Hello everyone, welcome to Akriti, Art of Mathematics, Simple Mathematics classes. I am Sudhir MK. In this class, I am going to discuss about competitive questions from chapter sets, and this is competitive class 3. Please subscribe the channel for more video notification. Now first we study about Venn diagram. So what is Venn diagram? Diagrammatic representation of set is called Venn diagram. So here universal set is denoted by rectangle and subsets are denoted by circles. So when we write Venn diagram, so universal sets are denoted by rectangle and subsets are denoted by circle. We see one example. Suppose you consider U equal to A, B, C, E, I, K, O, U, X, Y, Z. And set A is A, E, I, O, U. And set B is A, C, I, K, U, X. So here U is universal set. So we write in rectangle. So then set A and set B are subsets. So we write in circle. Now first what you do is we have to write common element. So here A is common. So then I is common, then U is common. So first we have to fill this part. So this is A intersection B part. It belongs to both A and B. So that is A, I, U. That element belongs to both A and B. So next remaining element in A. So remaining element in A is E and O. So remaining element in A is E and O. And remaining element in B is C, K and X. So C, K and X is remaining element in B. So still some other elements are remaining, but they does not belongs to A and B. So we have to write outside this set. We have to write outside this set. So remaining elements are B, Y and Z. So here you have to write outside these two circles. That implies they does not belong to set A and set B. So but they belong to universal set. So we represent sets in Venn diagram like this. First we have to write rectangle to represent universal set and circles to represent subsets. So next we consider one more example. Let U equal to AEIOU and A equal to AEIU and B equal to AU. Now in this example, B is a subset of A. So B is a subset of A. That is all the elements of B is also present in set A. How to represent this in Venn diagram? So first we write rectangle to represent universal set. First we write rectangle. So then we write set A, that is one circle. So since set B is subset of A, we write set B inside set A. So that is all the elements of B is also present in A. That means B is a subset of A. We can write like this. That is B is subset of A. So now we write elements of B. Elements of B is A and U. So it is present in both set A, set B. So then remaining element. So remaining element is E and I. So remaining element is E and I. And other element is O, which is not present in both set A and B. So in set A we have A, E, I, U. And in set B we have AU and O does not belong to both set A and set B, but it is present in universal set. We can represent sets in Venn diagram like this when B is a subset of A. So next it is question number 22. Following Venn diagram represents whether it is A union B whole dash, or it is A dash union B dash, or it is A minus B whole dash, or it is A union B complement. So here we have to find the shaded region. So shaded region is all this part. So it is only this part is not shaded, all other part is shaded. So this part is A intersection B. So this part belongs to both A and B. But this part is not shaded. So this part is not shaded, all other parts are shaded. So therefore this is same as A intersection B complement, that is other than A intersection B. But in this option it is not given. So A intersection B whole dash is not given. But we have De Morgan's law. A intersection B whole dash can be written as A dash union B dash. So which is option B. So here correct option is A dash union B dash, which is option B. Now here we have to find shaded region. So shaded region is other than A intersection B. Other than A intersection B means it is A intersection B whole dash. So A intersection B whole dash is same as A dash union B dash using De Morgan's law, which is option B. So correct option is option B. So next question number 23. If A and B are any two sets, then what is A minus B? Whether it's B minus A intersection B, empty set, or A union B. So here A will not cancel and we will not get answer B. And here if you open this bracket, A minus A cancel and we get B, so which is not correct. Here in option B is not given. So therefore that option is wrong. Now here cancelling A is not possible. So first we write Venn diagram for this. So it is A minus B. We consider set A and set B. So now from A. So from A means from first circle. So this is set A. From first circle, we have to subtract A minus B. So that is A minus B means this part. So A minus B means this part. When we subtract A minus B from A, remaining part is this part. So this is yellow part. So which is A intersection B. So correct option is option B. So it is A intersection B. So therefore A minus B is A intersection B. So that is draw Venn diagram to find A minus B. That is to find this. So write Venn diagram. So therefore A minus B means from set A, we have to subtract A minus B part. So remaining part is only this much. It is A intersection B, which is option B. So here correct option is option B. So next question. Consider the following relations. It is A minus B equal to A minus A intersection B. And second one, A equal to A intersection B union A minus B. And third one, A minus B union C equal to A minus B union A minus C. Which of these are correct? So we draw Venn diagram for this. So first we consider two sets. For two sets A and B, so this part is A minus B and this part is A intersection B and this part is B minus A. So now first it is A minus B. So whether this part is same as A minus A intersection B. From A you have to subtract A intersection B. When we subtract A intersection B from A, we get A minus B. So therefore option A is correct. So that is A minus B. It is same as A minus A intersection B. So when we subtract A intersection B part from A, we get A minus B. So therefore option A is correct. Now we see option B. So we see option B. So option B is A equal to A intersection B union A minus B. So for two set, A intersection B is this part and A minus B is this part. When we take union, when we combine these two, we get A set. So which is also correct. So here first one is correct and second one is also correct. So therefore we see the option. So it is first and third, only second and third, first and second. Here first and second both are correct. So directly we can select the option is D only. So here it is only given first and second. Here third may be correct or wrong, but by given option now only we can select it is option D only. So it is option D only where it is given first and second are correct. So therefore here no need to verify third one, but still we verify third one. So in third one it is given three sets. It is A, B and C. So we write three sets A, B and C. So now it is given A minus B union C. From set A, that is this part, we have to subtract B union C. So B union C means B and C together. When we subtract this part, we get this part. That is yellow part. So it is A minus B union C. Now we consider A minus B union A minus C. Now we consider A minus B. That is from set A, we have to subtract set B. So that is with this part we get. Then we calculate A minus C. That is from set A, we have to subtract set C. So then we get this part. Therefore, when we combine this, we get this yellow part which is not same as this part. Therefore, here A minus B union C is not equal to A minus B union A minus C. So these two parts are not equal. Therefore, third relation is not correct. Therefore, here only first and second is correct, which is option D. So therefore, option D only correct. So next we discuss some practical problems on union and intersection of two sets. And this part is very important. Normally in competitive exam, questions will be asked from this part only. Now here we should know formula N of A union B is N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. Total number of elements in A union B is N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. So same type when three sets are given, N of A union B union C is N of A plus N of B plus N of C minus N of A intersection B minus N of B intersection C minus N of C intersection A, but plus N of A intersection B intersection C. So remember this. So this is for three sets. It is N of A union B union C is N of A plus N of B plus N of C minus N of A intersection B minus N of B intersection C minus N of C intersection A. But here it is plus N of A intersection B intersection C. So remember these two formulas very important. So next we discuss question number 25, which is from CET 2017. So question number 25. If A and B are two finite sets with A is a subset of B. So here it is given A is a subset of B, then which of the following is correct? Whether N of A union B is N of A, or N of A intersection B is N of B, or N of A union B is N of B, or N of A intersection B is 0. So here A is a subset of B. So when you take union, A union B, always you will get bigger set, that is B. And when we take intersection, always we get smaller set, it is A. We check elements in A union B and we check elements in A intersection B. So here it is given N of A union B is same as N of A, so which is not possible. So here A union B is B, so therefore first option is not possible. So it is n of A intersection B is n of B. So when we take intersection, we get A. So therefore this option is also not possible. So then n of A union B is n of B. So since A union B is B, n of A union B is n of B. It is possible. So therefore option C is possible. N of A intersection B is 0. So n of A intersection B is 0 is not possible. Since A intersection B is A, so n of A intersection B is n of A only. So therefore here correct option is option C. So here A is a subset of B. So therefore A union B is B only. So therefore n of A union B is n of B, which is option C. So correct option is option C. If you want, you can take one example also. So take A equal to 1, 2 and B equal to 1, 2, 3. So here A is a subset of B. So when we take A union B, we get 1, 2, 3, which is same as set B. So therefore number of elements in A union B, it is same as number of elements in set B. So therefore option C is correct option. So therefore n of A union B equal to n of B in this case. So it is option C. So next question, it is question from CET 2014, question number 26. In a class of 60 students, 25 students play cricket and 20 students play tennis. It is given out of 60 students, 25 students play cricket and 20 students play tennis and 10 students play both the games. So then the number of students who play neither is. Now here don't think that the 60 students play tennis or cricket. So there are some students they will not play tennis and cricket. So we have to find the number of students who will not play tennis and cricket. So here we can use formula or we can use Venn diagrams. Actually Venn diagram is easy. So you consider two sets. So two sets for cricket and tennis. So it is cricket and tennis. Now total number of students is 60. That is universal set is 60. So here you write universal set. Total it is 60. So here first we find intersection part. So here intersection is 10 and cricket players is 25. So already 10 is written here. So remaining is 15. So that is 15 plus 10 is 25. So cricket players are 25. Next we find tennis players. So total tennis players are 20. So already 10 is written here. So remaining is 10. Now when we count this, we get 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 15, 35. So here totally there are 35 students. So remaining out of 60, 35 play cricket or tennis. So remaining is 25. So that is 25 students will not play cricket and tennis. We have write 25 outside these two circles. So here 25 students will not play cricket and tennis. So therefore it is option C. Or else we calculate using formula. So we can use formula also. So now we calculate n of C union T. It is n of C 25 plus n of T 20 minus n of C intersection T, it is 10. Therefore total we get 25 plus 20 minus 10, it is 35. That is 35 students will play cricket or tennis. So therefore remaining is other than cricket and tennis, it is total minus 35. So it is total is 60 minus 35, it is 25. So it is option C. Therefore to solve this we can use Venn diagram or else we can use formula. So here Venn diagram method is easy to calculate the answer. So here option C is correct answer, which is 25. So that is 25 students will not play cricket or tennis. Here correct option is option C. So next question, it is from CET 2014, question number 27. If U is the universal set with 100 elements and A and B are two sets such that n of A equal to 50, n of B is 60 and n of A intersection B is 20. So we have to find n of A dash intersection B dash. So here also we can use Venn diagram or else we can use formula. Now we see that what is n of A dash intersection B dash. So n of A dash intersection B dash, it is same as n of A union B whole dash. Using De Morgan's law, we can write n of A dash intersection B dash is same as n of A union B whole dash. First we find n of A union B. Using formula, first we find n of A union B. So n of A union B is n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B, which is equal to 50 plus 60 minus 20. So it is 90. So 50 plus 60 is 110. 110 minus 20 is 90. So therefore n of A union B is 90. So next we calculate n of A union B whole dash. So n of A union B whole dash means other than 90. Totally there are 100 elements. So other elements are 100 minus 90. So we have to calculate remaining element. So remaining element is n of A dash intersection B dash. Same as n of A union B whole dash, it is n of x minus n of A union B. N of x means total element, or it is n of universal set, or it is number of elements in the universal set, n of u. So n of u is 100, so it is 100 minus 90. So 100 minus 90 is 10. So therefore 100 minus 90, 100 minus 90 is 10, which is option A. So correct option is option A. So here we have to find n of A dash intersection B dash, which is same as n of A union B whole dash. So n of A union B whole dash is 10, which is option A. So correct option is option A. So next question, question number 28. In a city, 20% of the population travel by car 50% travel by bus and 10% travel by both bus and car. So the persons traveling by car or bus is, we have to calculate the persons travel by car or bus. So here it is given or means union. We have to find A union B. We have to find A union B. So here total is not given. Since it is given in percentage, we can take total as 100. So we calculate N of A union B. N of A union B is 20 plus 50 minus 10. That is 20% population travel in car and 50% travel in bus and 10% travel in both. Therefore, it is 20 plus 50 minus 10. It is 60. So here question is the persons travel by car or bus. That is N of A union B is 60 only, which is option C. So here we have to find the number of persons travel by car or bus. It is N of A union B, which is 60. Suppose if they ask the number of persons who will not travel by car or bus, that is remaining person. So remaining person is 100 minus 60, 40. But here the question is the number of persons travel by car or bus, which is 60, which is option C. So here correct option is option C. So next question. A survey shows that 63% of the people watch a news channel, whereas 76% watch another channel. If X% of the people watch both the channel, then whether X is 35 or X is 63 or X is more than or equal to 39, less than or equal to 63 or X is 39. So here also if you want you can write Venn diagram. So we write Venn diagram. It is given that X people watch both the channel and 63% watch news channel A. So we can take this as 63 minus X and this as 76 minus X. Now here since it is in percentage, total should be 100 or less than 100 only. So therefore when we add all this, that is 63 minus X plus 76 minus X, it should be less than or equal to 100. So that is the first condition. So that is total should be less than or equal to 100. So we can use that. So it is A union B. It is 63 plus 76 minus X. It should be less than or equal to 100. When we solve this, take X to other side. So we get 63 plus 76. It is 139 minus 100. So it is 39. So therefore 39 should be less than or equal to X. So therefore X should be more than or equal to 39. So which is option C. From this only we can write it is option C. But we see why it is less than 63. So when we consider this part, so that is A intersection B, it should be less than the elements of this set. So X should be less than 63 or it should be less than the element of this set. So it is less than 76. So therefore N of A intersection B always less than N of A and N of B. So this part, it should be less than this part or it is less than this part. So therefore here X should be less than or equal to 63 and X should be less than or equal to 76, which is possible only when X is less than or equal to 63, which is option C. So therefore here correct option is option C. X should be more than or equal to 39 and it is less than or equal to 63. So here when we add all this, it should be less than or equal to 100. So since it is given in percentage, it should be less than or equal to 100. So when we solve that, we get X is more than or equal to 39. Since common part, it should be less than this full set or this full set, we get N of A intersection B should be less than or equal to N of A and N of B. Therefore X should be less than or equal to 63 and X should be less than or equal to 76, which implies X is less than or equal to 63. So which is option C. So next question, it is question number 30. In a college of 300 students, every student reads 5 newspapers and every newspaper is read by 60 students. Then number of newspaper is. So here number of newspaper you have to find out. There are 300 students in a college and every student read 5 newspapers. If we count like this, so it is 300 into 5. So we get it is 1500. Now number of newspaper is not given. So we take number of newspaper is N. That is each paper is read by 60 students. So when we multiply that, we get 60 into N. So therefore 60 into N should be same as 300 into 5. So here 300 into 5, it should be equal to N into 60. So that is N is number of newspaper into 60. That is every newspaper is read by 60 students. So therefore here 300 into 5, which is 1500. It should be same as N into 60, where N is number of newspaper. When we simplify this, we get N equal to 25. That is N equal to 1500 divided by 60. 150 by 6, which is 25. So therefore correct option is option C. Here number of newspaper is N. It is read by 60 students. So we can take it as N into 60. It should be same as 300 into 5. So when you simplify this, we get N equal to 25, which is option C. So next question, question number 31. A class has 175 students. The following data shows the number of students obtaining one or more subjects. Here students can take one or more subject. It is given that Maths 100, Physics 70, Chemistry 40. So 100 students take Maths, 70 students take Physics and 40 students take Chemistry. So Maths and Physics, that is Maths and Physics is 30, Maths and Chemistry is 28, Physics and Chemistry is 23. Maths, Physics and Chemistry, that is all three subjects, it is 18. So how many students have offered maths only? So important here, we have to calculate the number of students who offered maths only, that is who is taking only mathematics. So we write Venn diagram to calculate this. So we write three sets. It is maths, physics and chemistry. Now first here we fill common part, that is number of students who is taking maths, physics and chemistry. It is given 18. So first we write 18 here, that is 18 students take maths, physics and chemistry. So we want this part, so that is number of students who is taking maths only. So therefore we will calculate only maths part. So now we go for maths and physics. So maths and physics, it is given that maths and physics it is 30. But here already this 18 is in this part only, that is maths and physics. So remaining is 30 minus 18, it is 12. That is 30 students take maths and physics, but 18 students take maths, physics and chemistry. From 30 we have to subtract 18, that is 12. That is 12 students take maths and physics only. 12 students take maths and physics only. So next we calculate maths and chemistry. So next it is given that maths and chemistry is 28. But already here 18 is written. Remaining is 28 minus 18. It is 10. So that is 10 students take maths and chemistry only. It is not all three subjects. Only maths and chemistry is 10. That is given 28 students take maths and chemistry. But here already 18 is written. Remaining is 28 minus 18. That is 10. So now we calculate this part. So how to calculate this part? So we know that maths taking student is 100. Totally there should be 100 students. Now we calculate these numbers. It is 18 plus 12 is 30. 30 plus 10 is 40. So here totally we have 40. So remaining student is 100 minus 40. It is 60. So it is 60. So required answer is 60. So that is 60 students take maths only. So required answer is 60. So 60 students take maths only, which is option C. So correct option is option C here. So first we fill this part, that is number of students taking maths, physics and chemistry. Then we calculate this value, that is number of students who is taking maths and physics. It is 30. 30 minus 18 is 12. So then we calculate this value, that is number of students who is taking maths and chemistry. Total it is 28. 28 minus 18 is 10. So then we calculate this value, that is 100 minus this total. It is 100 minus 40. It is 60. So required answer is 60, which is option C. So here correct option is option C. So next question, question number 32. Let A, B and C be three sets such that n of A is 25, n of B is 20 and n of C is 27. n of A intersection B is 5, n of B intersection is 7 and n of A intersection C is 0. So then what is n of A union B union C? So here three sets are given, A, B, C, and some data are given. So here we have to use formula n of A union B union C. So n of A union B union C is n of A plus n of B plus n of C. Then it is minus n of A intersection B. Then it is minus of n of B intersection C. Then it is minus of n of C intersection A. Then it is plus n of A intersection B intersection C. So this is formula for n of A union B union C. So here n of A value is given, n of B value is also given, n of C value is also given, n of A intersection B value is given, n of B intersection C is given, and n of A intersection C also given, or it is same as C intersection A. But this value is not given, n of A intersection B intersection C. So many will write data is insufficient, which is not possible. So many will think that data is insufficient since n of A intersection B intersection C is not given. Here data is insufficient, but data is insufficient is wrong. That is data is sufficient. Using this data only we can calculate n of A union B union C. Now how to calculate this? Now here it is given that n of A intersection C is 0. So read this question properly. Here it is given n of A intersection C is 0. That is there is no common element in A and C. Now using that we can calculate n of A intersection B intersection C. So since there is no common element in A and C, there is no common element in A, B and C. So since there is no common element in A and C, there is no common element in A, B and C together. So therefore here n of A intersection B intersection C is also 0. So since here A intersection is 0, that is there is no common element in A and C. A intersection C is empty set. Therefore, A intersection B intersection is also empty set. Therefore, number of elements in A intersection B intersection C is 0. Therefore, using this data, we can calculate n of A union B union C. So, which is equal to n of A plus n of B plus n of C minus n of A intersection B minus n of B intersection C minus n of C intersection A plus n of A intersection B intersection C, which is same as 25 plus 20 plus 27 minus 5 minus 7 minus 0 plus 0, which is equal to 60, which is option C. So here correct option is option C. So here it is given that n of A intersection is 0. So therefore n of A intersection B intersection C is also 0. So using this data we can calculate n of A union B union C, which is 60, which is option C. So next question number 33. So in a battle, 70% of the combatants, that is soldiers, lost one eye, 80% one ear, and 75% one arm. So 85% a leg, X% lost all the four. The minimum value of X is, so here we have to find minimum value of X. That is how many lost all these four. So we have to calculate minimum value for X. How to calculate this? Now here it is given that 70% lost one eye. So what is the remaining? So remaining is other than 70, it is 30. 30% remaining, that is they does not lost one eye. So same type. So here 80% lost one ear. So remaining is 20%. And here 75% an arm. So remaining is 25%. And here 85% a leg. So remaining is 15%. Now we calculate all this. That is number of persons who did not lost eye, ear, arm or leg. That is any one. So it is 30% that is eye, 20% that is ear, and 25% that is arm, and 15% that is leg. They did not lost eye, ear, arm or leg. That is any one. So it is 90%. That is 90% person did not lost any one. But here question is to find X value. So here we have to calculate all four. That is remaining person. So remaining person is 100 minus 90, which is 10%. So it is 10%, which is option A. Now here first we calculate number of person who does not lost eye, ear, arm or leg. That is any one. So here it is 90%. Therefore minimum number of persons who lost all the four is 100 minus 90, which is 10. Here option A is correct. So therefore minimum value of X is 10. So which is option A. So you can watch full chapter explanation and other textbook problems in my YouTube channel Akriti Mathematics Classes. That's all in this video. I will continue this chapter explanation in next video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe the channel for more video notification. Subscribe my YouTube channel Akriti Mathematics Classes. Thank you once again.